it has got no ground because Yogapit is the birthplace, it is proved for all respect. She particularly says it. She, after all, Mahaprabhu was born just 529 years or so, or 20 years. And during that time, definitely there are all the records, maps, everything. So from the point of archaeological, from the point of history, from the point of geography, from the point of literature, it is clearly proved without any doubt that Mahaprabhu was born in the eastern side of Ganga. And Prachin Mayapur is in the western side. Therefore, undisputed.
Wishing to confirm his vision and findings even more resoundingly, Bhaktivinoda in 1888 requested his Shiksha Guru and the head of the Gaudiya Vaishnava community, Jagannath Das Babaji, to come to the newly discovered birth site of Sri Chaitanya. The aged Babaji, who was more than 120 years old at that time, had to be carried in a basket wherever he went. However, when Jagannath Das Babaji was brought to the spot discovered by Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he became overwhelmed with ecstasy and jumped from his basket, shouting, "Etto nimai Janmabhumi! Etto nimai Janmabhumi!" This is indeed the birthplace of Sri Chaitanya. Thus, from both an empirical and spiritual point of view, the place of Sri Chaitanya's birth was ascertained. From this time on, Saraswati Thakur began staying in Mayapur at intervals. In 1889, Bhaktivinoda built his place of bhajan, Swananda Sukara Kunj, at Godrumadweep on the banks of the Jalangi. Sometimes Bhaktivinoda and Saraswati Thakur were staying at Godrumadweep, sometimes at Krishnanagar, and sometimes in Calcutta. In 1891, at age 17, Saraswati Thakur gathered some of his young friends in Calcutta and formed a philosophical discussion group called the August Assembly. Each member of this discussion group took a lifelong vow of celibacy, a vow that in the end only Saraswati Thakur himself was able to maintain. He remained a Naishtaka Brahmachari, completely celibate throughout his life. From 1892 to 1898, Saraswati Thakur assisted Bhaktivinoda in the development of Mayapur and the propagation of Krishna consciousness. In 1895, a grand festival was held at Mayapur, in which Bhaktivinoda installed deities of Sri Chaitanya and Vishnu Priya. In 1896, Bhaktivinoda prepared a small Krishna-conscious publication for sending to the West, entitled Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, His Life and Precepts. The small booklet was sent to the Royal Asiatic Society in London and to several universities in the United States and Canada. Bhaktivinoda was eager to spread the teachings of Sri Chaitanya among the educated people of the West.
Bhaktivinoda Thakur could see that there is also some sincerity in the Western search for truths and answers to the mysteries of life. And he knew that there were the answers in the Vedas, in the transcendental tradition. So he surely appreciated that an effort should be made to convey this message in a language people could relate to.
News of the American Transcendentalist movement had reached India, and Bhaktivinoda dreamed of one day seeing Western scholars and philosophers come in contact with the teachings of Sri Chaitanya. When Bhaktivinoda published Sri Krishna Samhita in Sanskrit and Bengali in 1880, he had sent copies to scholars like Ralph Waldo Emerson in America and Reinhold Rost in London. Now, with the publication of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, His Life and Precepts in English, Bhaktivinoda was optimistic that the message of Mahaprabhu would soon be taken up on Western shores. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had himself predicted that the holy name of Krishna would be sung in every town and village of the world, and Bhaktivinoda was anxious to see this happen. Also, the year Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, His Life and Precepts was sent to the West, another great Gaudiya Vaishnava personality was born in Calcutta, who in the latter half of the 20th century would fulfill the desires of Bhaktivinoda and Saraswati Thakur by preaching the holy name of Krishna in every town and village around the globe. That great personality was Abhay Charan De, later to become known as A.C. Bhaktisiddhanta Swami Prabhupada. Swami B.B. Bodhaya Maharaj of Gopinath Gaudiya Math confirms these facts.
Actually, nowadays, if you look the root to spread the message of Mahaprabhu around the world, he is the root of these messages to spread around the world abroad. It was his desire to spread the message. First Mahaprabhu's desire, then Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati's desire, and Prabhupada's desire, and he was trying to spread, and his desire, Bhaktisiddhanta Swami Prabhupada, he going out by his power, by his grace, he spread the message around the world.
While staying in Calcutta, Saraswati Thakura studied Sanskrit at the Calcutta Sanskrit College, and he studied Vedas under Pandit Prithvidas Sharma. During those years, Saraswati Thakura manifested a strong tendency towards renunciation and informed his family and teachers that he had no intention of taking up householder life. In 1898, Saraswati Thakura accompanied Bhaktivinoda on pilgrimage to Gaya, Benares and Prayag. After returning to Swananda Sukara Kunj in Gudrumadweep, Saraswati Thakura, then 24 years old, met his spiritual master, Gaurkishore Das Babaji, for the first time. It was at Swananda Sukara Kunj that Saraswati Thakura would have repeated opportunities to associate with the most elevated Vaishnavas of his time, Bhaktivinoda Thakur, Jagannath Das Babaji, Vamsi Das Babaji, and Gaurkishore Das Babaji.